Hi, it's Marianne from Hartley and Soul Branding and Design Agency. We create irresistible brands that capture all of your senses and leave you feeling connected to your heart. Today, I would like to share 3 tips on how to make your brand stand out. And to illustrate each tip, I'm going to share an example of some work. So I'll share my screen. So the first tip is about being authentically you. If you want to stand out, you need to know what your vision is, what are your values, what are your core values, who are you here to serve, and which problems you solve for people. So before I do any designs, I always start with a brand alignment session with a new client, whether it's an individual or a company. And during the brand alignment session, we drill down to who the ideal client is, what the core values are, and what the big vision and the mission of the business are. So the example here I'm going to show you is of Lisa Mitchell. This is a project that's going live right now. And Lisa is a human potentialist, and she helps people really unleash their full potential. And her target audience are in the beauty and fashion industry. So she wanted some brand that was vibrant. So we have a very vibrant color palette, as you can see, and also very funky colors that really represents her personality. And the missing eye here in Mitchell then turns the eye of Lisa into a exclamation mark, which really hints at how Lisa works with her clients and really revealing the unseen potential. And this symbol is created with the eye, and also stands for the process that Lisa takes her clients through to get to their living their full potential. So the colors are very bright. We've got a core image which has a lot of movement and can be used for presentations and banners, social media banners, and her pictures will also be a key part in her brand. The second tip is really about knowing your target audience. Really be very clear on who are you here specifically to serve, and who is your ideal client? What do you love working on, and who do you love working with? And what is it that they need? And why should they choose you? Why are you their best option? So when you have the clarity around who your ideal client is and the problem that you solve, you can then communicate directly to them in a way that will connect on an emotional level. So to illustrate this point, I'm sharing a case study of before and after. So As Right Solicitors are an IP law firm, and they were running a very successful business, and this is how they were. But after 6 or 7 years, their target audience had changed, and they wanted to focus on online businesses more, and their current brand wasn't attracting these clients. So we did a brand refresh, and really to capture the more digital world, and also changed the colors. So the color palette changed from the turquoise and browns to more vibrant colors. And once we implemented the brand, after a year of trading with the new updated brand, the owner of the firm said that their turnover had doubled, and they had not done any more marketing, nor had they done any more advertising. And she put it down solely to the brand refresh. And not only did they attract their ideal clients, but they also attracted their ideal employees and had more applications that they could handle. The third point is really about clarity and consistency. Once you really know who you are, what you stand for, what your values are, who you're here to serve, and who you love working with, you can then create a brand and a design that truly stands for who you are. And once you have your beautiful logo, your colors, your fonts, and your images, it's really important that you use these elements consistently, and also the words that you use them really often and in a congruent way. So if people meet you in person, or if they come across you online, that wherever they meet you and at every touch point they come across you, they have the same experience of who you are. So your brand, really, you want to make it easy for people to recognize you and to trust you. And I quite like using the Mercedes example, because it's within a couple of nanoseconds you recognize a Mercedes ad. And why is that? Because they've got their logo exactly in the same shape and size, always in the same area of a poster on the road. And it makes it very easy for people to recognize them. So obviously not everyone has a Mercedes budget, but we can learn from the big brands to make our branding more consistent. And to illustrate this point, I want to share Iconic Shift, which is the mentoring program set up by Mike Harris, the founder of First Direct and Egg. And he created this mentoring program for entrepreneurs and visionary business leaders who potentially had an idea that could transform the world. And what he wanted to communicate was an exclusive but very personal group or club. And so we chose gold and black throughout, so very simple colors but very effective, and also real sort of very iconic and unique style of illustrations to get the points across. And the brochure had a very, very tactile cover, and so much so that when Mike went to show for a new business proposition with a large corporate company, the business owner just stroked the cover of his brochure and said, actually, if this is the quality of the service you provide, I'm in. And the contract was signed within 10 minutes. So that's the impact your brand can have. So by being authentically you and knowing your target audience and communicating your message with clarity and consistency, you make your brand stand out, and you make it stand out for the people that you're here to serve. And branding is your opportunity to express who you are and naturally attract your ideal clients to you. So I hope you found this useful, and if you saw value in this short presentation, feel free to share it. I'm always available to have a conversation about branding, so drop me a line if you have any questions, and I hope to hear from you soon. All the best. Bye for now.